Let's learn about another part of how a CPU function, the CPU clock. If you have ever heard of terms like 2 gigahertz or 3.5 gigahertz, that's all about the CPU clock speed. Let's break it down. So what is CPU clock? A CPU clock is like a heartbeat for your computer. It controls how fast the CPU processes instruction. Every operation in a computer happens in steps, and the CPU clock keeps everything synchronized by generating a steady pulse. Now, how does it work? The CPU sends out millions or even billions of pulses per second. Each pulse tells the CPU to process the next instruction. The faster the clock, the more instruction the CPU can execute per second. The clock speed is measured in hertz, short form HZ, which means cycles per second. Okay, so 1 gigahertz processor completes 1 billion clock cycles per second, and 3.5 gigahertz perform 3.5 billion cycles per second. So in simple terms, the higher the clock speed, the faster the CPU can process data. Why does this matter? Okay, the highest clock speed generally means better performance. But it's not the only factor. Other things like the number of CPU core, the architecture, cache memory also affect the speed. But faster the clock speed, you have faster processing. So if you get a question on clock, you need to remember faster the clock speed, faster, faster the clock speed, faster processing. Please remember these keywords. This is more than enough for you to write for your Leaving Cert examination. More gigahertz, more gigahertz means more cycles per seconds. This is pretty important for video editing or high performance tasks. So the more gigahertz it is, the better the performance of your computer will be. However, increasing the clock speed too much can cause overheating, which is why computer need proper cooling system. If you know the hardware side of the computer, you know that there is a fan to cool the computer. Yeah. So that's the CPU clock, the heartbeat of your computer. I hope this was informational.